I'll let you guys know. Alright, so technically it says that we're live right now. I don't believe it. So I'm gonna check on my other browser real quick to see what it shows. And then we'll see what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
it says please stand by, starting soon.
Okay.
Mine says live.
Weird. Maybe refresh it if it says standby then.
Yeah, mine says live.
Weird.
Yeah, now it says live.
Looks like we might be live then. Hold on one sec. We'll do some formal introductions in a sec. Just want to double check it and see on my end.
Yeah, it says we're live.
Dope. And I'm gonna add your guys' YouTubes and stuff like that to the description afterwards. So.
All right.
Cool, man. Well, I know we're starting early. People might be. Actually, I need to tweet that link out real quick. Sorry. And then we'll really start. I'll give you guys some introductions and stuff. Just a second here. Man, Wednesday. So sorry about the short notice for this. Some of you guys are hitting me up on IM or on Twitter yesterday and asking about when, and I was like, man, I gotta jump in and do this eventually.
I think I started that with like,
Yeah.
when are we gonna do this?
Yep,
like,
dude. Yeah, and I appreciate that because keep me honest, man. I've been meaning to do it. I just didn't know quite when. Hold on one second. Tweeting it out now. Alright, let's see if that copied. I gotta triple check this thing, dude.
I think I started that.
QM. Alright, looks like we are good there. I just sent that out now. Alright. Alright, so welcome guys. Collective Kicks. KickCast number 2. We have the writing staff from CollectiveKicks.com with us in this chat. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves from left to right on this panel. Go ahead.
Who's up?
This is Aaron.
Oh, okay. I'm Aaron from Ohio. Don't really know what to say.
Just your name. You're actually that's a good point. Let's go with this. Let's introduce yourself and let's start off right. Let's start off what got you into sneakers, and then we'll start off from left to right.
Okay, so basically a couple years back, a couple of friends were just like older friends were showing me around like some cool Jordans and stuff, and just started researching into it and just kind of fell in love with like all the history behind the shoes and stuff, and that's just really what like got me into it, and yeah, that's about it.
What's your writer name on the website, just so people can, if they see it, they recognize it?
It's Kicks 808. My
808, and then you do have a YouTube channel as well.
yeah.
And so I'll link your channel in the description after the live chat is over for everybody.
Says.
All right, next up. Is it Connor?
No, I think it was Evan. Oh, is it
Yeah,
me?
it might be Connor. I don't know. Mine shows me at the end. That's why I was.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'll tell you guys then. So next up on my list, at least, is Connor.
All right. So I'm Connor, aka the Gmoney041, and basically one of my cousins is a huge sneakerhead and has a huge Jordan collection. So he was the one who got me started out. Like, he started showing me Jordans when I was a little kid and started getting me sneakers when I was a little kid. So he's the one who got me into all of this.
Nice. All right, next up is Evan.
All right, I'm Evan. I'm 20. What got me into like collecting and everything is my YouTube is EGotSoul765. But what got me into like shoes and collecting is like when the 14s first came out, I was like 5, 6, and I got them. I got the candy canes. I remember it like vividly, and I've always liked shoes since then. But it wasn't until like my freshman year I got like 2 pairs of Sweet Classic highs, and I just started like buying more shoes from there. And then when Macklemore dropped the Wings music video in like 2010 or 2011, I started getting into like retro Jordans, and that's where it just took off. Now I have like 60 pairs back home.
Wow, that's crazy. That's funny, man, because for me, the Candy Cane 14 is a pretty iconic shoe for myself as well. When those originally came out,
Oh yeah.
that was like the second pair, I think, of Jordans I owned at that point. And those ones actually got stolen from me, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah. I was at college shooting around in the gym, and somebody stole them, but kind of a bummer.
Oh, man.
That's
Yeah,
never good.
dirty, but I got another
The
pair
live chat.
later.
The people on the website.
I hear somebody's curious about what we're doing over there. That's all right. Next up, Joe. It looks like Joe is next.
The Joe Rodriguez or Joe Manning?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Rod.
Alright, I'm Joe Rodriguez, and that's the same name as I am on the website. And I think what really got me into shoes was like, I always really liked running shoes, and then once I found out about the Kobe's and Jordans and LeBrons, I think that's what really started it.
Nice, man. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't have a YouTube
You
channel.
don't post? Okay. Okay, I'm just checking. I want to make sure that to post everybody's information for those that do. I'll post your Twitter though for people if they want to see that. And I'll do that in the description. Next up, we have Malik Kickz.
My name is Malik Kickz on the site. Basically, what got me started. Oh, and I also have a YouTube, Malik Kickz. So basically, what got me started is my mom got me a pair of Mellows, and they were just like shoes that I wore everywhere, and I loved them so much. Like I knew everything was on YouTube then, so I just searched it up and got real into it.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy. We definitely have a couple different generations in the chat, which is dope.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to see and hear a little bit of how, in this day and age, you can't just go out. You can go out and find out as much about anything that you want, but back in the day, man, it was a lot harder to find information. Awesome, man. Well, and then last but not least, go ahead, Joe. Is that Joe, the last one?
No, it's
I'm sorry.
my name's Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. There you go. Sorry. There you go.
My name's Andrew. I'm 17. I live in LA, so where the weather's real nice over here.
Yeah,
I miss it so bad. I miss it so bad.
Yeah, it was like 80 today, so
I hate you.
it's always nice.
There's -5 here.
Oh, I don't even know
Negative
what's going
5.
Yeah, it was -10 here with wind chill.
Jeez, man.
It's awful.
And I pretty much was fortunate enough to, my mom and dad always bought me shoes as a little kid, so I always had Jordans and stuff. And then I kind of grew out of it by playing sports because I always thrashed my shoes. But as of a couple of years ago, I started getting into it, and then I remember playing in the Kobe 3s, and when the Prelude pack came out, I really wanted them, but I struck out, of course, online. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the Prelude pack was murder for me, man, as well. Every
Yeah.
single one of them. Who was the one that emailed me or messaged me about that? Was it Malik?
Yeah.
I'll do you a favor on those, man, if you want them. Because I asked Fran about them, and he said he didn't want them. He had gotten all the ones in the pack that he wanted. So if you guys didn't see, I posted a video today in
Yeah, I
unboxing.
just saw that.
Yeah, and in the boxing, I ended up getting the Prelude 7s, but
Oh, those are nice.
they're not my size, unfortunately. So I ended up getting the kids, and the only reason why I ended up getting them is because I was able to. But I just honestly wanted to see what they look like in person, and that was it. So I did that. So Malik, hit me up after the chat, and we'll discuss that if you want.
Yeah, those in the 3s were the nicest in my opinion, but I only got the 3s, struck out on the 7s.
Yeah, that's
Same thing with me.
which
Are you
ones?
the one who doesn't like the Prelude pack or doesn't like any Kobe's?
None of them.
Oh, man.
No.
That's
Any?
cool, man.
I'm from LA and I love Kobe, but I hate all of his shoes except his Adidas models. Those are the only ones that were good.
Word.
I have those.
Man, have you worn any of them?
Which ones? The
Kobe's,
Nike
any of the
Kobe's?
Kobe's? Yeah,
I
like
can't
the
wear them.
7s or 8s.
I can't even fit the 8s on. I tried the 8s on, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go up to like 11.5 to fit my foot in because I have a wide foot. I was like,
I
this
love
isn't
my
happening.
8s. They're awesome.
Maybe that's why the wide foot.
Yeah.
Did you guys see there's an image of the and of course I believe it to be totally fake. Nowadays we really do have to be careful, especially as writers. We really have to be careful. There's so many fake images out there and people leaking information that's not real. But did you guys see the Kobe? It looks like a picture of a Kobe low top, but they were trying to say that the Kobe 9 Elite actually tucks in to the shoe, so the collar collapses down as you tuck it in, so it looks like a low top.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I saw that and I was like, dude, I don't think it's true because if you just go look at a picture of Kobe 9s, you'll see that the tongue is like super fat. There's no way you'd be able to tuck the tongue down. But if they did that, it would have been like pretty epic because then you could wear it as a low or a high. Like that's pretty revolutionary if they actually could make that happen.
The Elite version?
Yeah, the Elite version.
Nick Young
pretty
just
crazy.
wore it high up. Nick Young wore it.
Oh yeah,
He just wore the regular one.
The first ones. He wore them. Yeah, the first one. It's crazy. So let's go ahead and start off and discuss some current sneaker stuff out there now. Obviously, the All-Star Pack was announced recently. If you guys haven't seen, even today they announced the Sportswear Pack in the All-Star thing. So there's about 6 different sneakers out there. Let's start off from left to right. How do you feel about any of the All-Star Pack? And which one, if you do like any of them, do you like the best?
I'm mostly with
Aaron,
I'm mostly with the KDs. Not a big fan of the LeBrons. I don't really like the KD 6s, but it's like from like an artwork standpoint, those are like a very they look like a very nice colorway on the shoe. Plus that glow in the dark sole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of the 3 main ones, except the LeBron. I think the LeBron's crazy, but I'm a glow-in-the-dark fanatic. But the sportswear ones that came out today, the Air Force Ones with all those crazy prints and the safari and the elephant.
Yeah, those are wild.
I was like, those things are crazy. I have to get those. Those things are dope.
That's funny, man.
In my opinion, I dig the All-Star Pack, especially with it being in New Orleans. I did a mission trip in New Orleans in 2007, so like right after the Hurricane Katrina, and I fell in love with the city. Like I'm planning to move there as soon as I graduate.
Dang, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm definitely digging the KDs just because it's got like the New Orleans kind of like colors, like the golds, the reds, and then I do like the LeBrons, but not as much. But I mean, the tarot card that comes with it, that looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I think that the tarot cards is a nice little addition and stuff. Like last year, of course, we had that special paper, the newspaper that they wrapped them with. So seeing a little bit of something else is kind of neat. Yeah, so moving down the line, is it Joe Rodriguez?
I like the LeBrons. I'm not really a big fan of the pack this year, but I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the LeBrons.
That's cool. I mean, a lot of people. It's nice to hear that. I mean, people, if they don't like the pack that much, or if they do like it, I mean, if you don't like the pack, that's respectable for sure. Yeah. Malik.
I'm with him. The LeBrons were my favorite. The KDs, I like the theme, but the colors on it, I don't know. And the Kobe 9, the same. I don't feel it.
Gotcha.
I think if I saw him in person, I'd probably like him better.
Yeah. Well, that's what we'll see. I mean, we haven't even seen the Kobe 9s yet out, so curious to see. Last up, Andrew, Sneaker Steez.
I don't like any of the shoes at all. I don't like the colors on them. I think I would like wish I had the last year's All-Star Pack. It was way better, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of like on the fence with this whole pack, just from my input on it. I'm really on the fence. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, the LeBrons I like the idea of it, but I think that the execution could have been a little bit better. Needless to say, like out of them, I really do want that. I also really actually like the KD 6s. I think that's the best looking KD 6 to date. So for me, like, I'm definitely I'm contemplating both if I can. I don't know if it's possible with all the releases coming out in February, but yeah, I agree though. It's like I mean, last year's was pretty epic, and the year before was pretty epic. You had a bunch of different sneakers that dropped. Like, it was kind of overkill, but at the same time, it was fun because they were all themed, and they all were all done pretty well. I mean, even down to the Blazers, in my opinion, last year, the Blazers are one of the better ones, and the foam posit, Chuck posits, and so I'm curious to see if we'll see a foam posit with this All-Star pack. Rumor is it's little penny posits. There's been no word whether or not it's actually going to be dropping with a pack, with that actual pack or not. So I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, it should be interesting to hear. Sharky wanted to shout out. What's up, Sharky? What up, Asian Joe? Thank you for joining in, and everybody else out in the. I'm looking over those comments. For all the writers, if you guys want, feel free to join in on the web part. In order to see the chat, you have to actually open a window and then look at the comments, and then you can like follow the chat, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to stay up and follow. How do you guys feel about one that's I think over, and somebody else, I think I just saw a comment on it. One sec. Yeah, Devin Norton just said Black History Month over the All-Star pack. How do you guys feel about the Black History Month pack?
I think they're better.
The KDs are sick. I have to get those.
I definitely agree with the KDs.
Yeah, the KDs and the Mellow 10s were my favorite.
I just like how all the colors work together.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, it's all super themed. It does go together for sure. For me, honestly, like, I don't know why, but I mean, I like the Black History Month pack, but I'm not buying any of them. I'm not planning on buying any of it.
February is going to be a crazy month of releases with what, like, a couple cases.
Well,
it's crazy, man.
I'm going to go.
Does anybody hear me?
Yep, we can. Are you? Oh, look at you! You got volume now.
Finally! Oh my God! I'm sorry. This was really frustrating.
What's up? Welcome, KleanMyKicks.
Thank you so much.
Let's give you an introduction.
Sorry for being late, but
no,
yeah.
All right, what's your story, KleanMyKicks? What's your favorite sneaker? What got you into sneakers? Let's go there.
Oh, that's a really good question. Let's see here. Well, I remember the thing that got me into sneakers, the thing that started it all for me, was I was watching a video relating to the Shoeseum, and you probably all know him by now. But yeah, and it really, I said, oh my God, look at all these Nike shoes, because previously I wasn't able to like identify Nike shoes on the streets on people's feet that I am like now. So I'm like, oh my God, look at all these shoes, it's crazy. And then I just started researching, things like that. And sooner or later, I just got interested in this stuff, and since then it's been, I don't know, it's been a wrap since then, I guess. Yeah, it's just been a continuous cycle. Yeah.
Dope, dude. Hey, I want to give a shout out to AFA in the comment section there. Always Fresh Apparel, joining in on the chat, dude. I'm gonna have to link up with you one of these days, man. If you guys don't know who AFA is, he's another Portland native, and he does apparel and streetwear and stuff like a beast. So thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's pretty dope. So let's we'll kind of go back and forth. I want to jump in and ask you guys what your favorite sneaker is, and sneaker that you maybe own or don't own. But then we'll get back into some more current stuff, because I want to know your guys' thoughts on the Tiffany Dunks for sure and all those other things. But let's go with this. Let's go with what's your favorite sneaker, like any sneaker, and why, and let us know, folks. So, Aaron, let's start off with you again, down on the left.
It's still the cool gray, or the wolf gray Jordan 5s. It's always been good. Just for some reason, I just cannot get over those shoes. It's always been one of my favorite shoes.
Awesome. That's crazy. That's a random one.
Yeah.
My favorite shoe nobody's heard about. It's the Nike Dunk High Shima 3 that only released in like Japan, because I'm a huge UCLA Bruin fan. And it was UCLA Bruin colors, and I'm a huge Dunk fan. But if I have to go with my other ones that I can get, I have both. And it's the Joe Strummer pack, because I love the Clash. The Clash are my favorite band ever. And I got both of those last year, and those are like boxed up in my house, like in a plastic box, just framed next to a Clash poster.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. My favorite shoes that I own are probably either my Cement 4s or my Bread 4s. I mean, my breadboards I got like 2 months after they were released for $190 on eBay, dead stock. So I
That's
mean,
awesome.
That's
can't beat
good.
that deal. And then I have 2 shoes that are two of my favorites that I don't own. One is the Metallic 5, which is like one of the Jordans that got me into collecting. I'll see if you guys can get this. The Macklemore Wings Jordan poster. I don't know if you can see it. How he has like all the
Oh
fives.
yeah, I saw those ones.
And that's what I was like. I saw that Jordan. I was like, what shoe is that? And that's how I started like getting into retros. And then one of my other favorite shoes is just like overall the best silhouette is the 6. And I actually had the Olympic 6s. And then my friend, or I should say, my friend stole them from me.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
cold. Man, well, luckily for you, it's the year of the 6, man. They got a lot
Yeah.
of 6s dropping this year. Stuff that we don't know about yet. As you guys saw this championship cigar or whatever 6s image. If you didn't see that, I did an article on that on the site. But man, it's like it definitely looks like a premium Jordan that's going to be dropping. And it's like a cigar leather colored. It's ridiculous. I'm excited for those.
fire.
Yeah. All right, Joe's next, I believe.
You might think I'm crazy for this. This is not really a hyped up shoe, but it's the Nike Air Max Plus.
Okay. That's good, man.
I don't know
That's
why I like
fine.
it. It just looks so cool.
Is that the blue? Are those the blue ones with the blue and the black on the upper?
Yeah, and they retroed them this year. They made a bunch of colorways, so
Yeah, one of my favorites. So they retroed those overseas, and then they had the blue pair that just silently released here, and I missed out on those. I was trying to get them for less than retail, of course, but I really want those in the orange colorway. It's one of my top 10 running shoes I want to retro.
yeah.
So
They have 2
definitely not-
colorways still in stock on Foot Locker.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's one of those ones where if the releases weren't so crazy, I keep contemplating picking them up, but I'm gonna wait until they go on clearance, maybe, hopefully, or until that orange color way comes out, because that's my one that I really want. But that's a good pick, man. Next, we're gonna cut into KleanMyKicks, since he joined in on my screen at least. I know it's not on the chat or anybody else. That's the order. So
Hello?
KleanMyKicks,
You can hear me, right?
Yep, can hear you.
All right, great. Well, we're talking about like our favorite model, right?
Yep.
Favorite silhouette. In terms of Nikes, I think I'd have to say, in particular, the infrared Air Max 90s. I actually happen to own a pair of the original versions that released in 2012, I believe. Like, I don't know, something about it, just the classicness, if that's even a real word, the classic like aspect of it, and the style, and like it's not really nostalgia since I was born in like late 90s. So it's just, I don't know, something about the shoe just really like stands out to me, and ever since then I've cherished the shoes. I really can't bring myself to wear them, but like I never get tired of it for some reason. But in Jordans it would have to be like the Jordan 1, and as you can see in my my little like profile picture icon thing, since I'm not broadcasting my webcam, I also happen to like the Jordan 1s, and I was actually very fortunate to get the Jordan 1 in the black and red color that released this past holiday season. So
Nice.
yeah, it would probably have to be the Air Max 90 for me and the Jordan 1.
That's good, man. It's good variety.
Yeah.
All right, Malik.
I'd probably say a shoe that I don't own is the LeBron 9 All-Star. Like you, I'm a fan of orange. That just really pops when I saw them on feet. And a shoe that I own is probably the LeBron 10 All-Stars.
Awesome. Nice, man. And let's see here. Sneaker Steez. Andrew.
I would have to say the Taxi 12s. I grew up with those. I thrashed them. I had like 5 pairs at one time. So I always played basketball in them. So those are like my favorite shoe, Jordan-wise.
Very
And
good.
then I would have to say the Kobe 1 Prelude pack. That has like been my favorite as of like past year.
Yeah, those things are crazy, man. I gotta say, like, out of the whole pack, like, the ones like started everything off right for sure. And I don't know. I mentioned it already in my video. The 5s and 7s were the ones I really want, but man, as for
Yeah,
me,
a lot
like,
of them look good.
yeah, I agree. For my sneakers, I guess that favorites. Obviously, there's a couple like the Royal Blue Penny Foam Posit. I've said it a million times. My favorite sneaker. And then the aerodynamic flights, those Pippins that I got. And if you've seen some of the videos, the black ones with the 33 on the back, those ones are definitely like Grail status to me as well. Just a little bit of something that I had when I was a kid that I got back. Now I'm actually going to be changing or hopefully trading the black pair to Shoezium. So I'm working on. I'm sure I'll be working on something with them to get him that pair, since the ones that I got are his size. So it should be pretty interesting to see going forward.
May I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, there wasn't really Nike didn't really hint towards dropping like the Kobe 1 through 7 as in like retro form, because like as for me, everybody was assuming that like the LeBrons were gonna start retroing, because like LeBron has been with Nike longer than Kobe. So like was the reason behind them like dropping this whole Prelude line was like the Prelude like the coming up to the Kobe 9, or like did it also like what's the word, like tie in with how he was like coming back from his injury? Because it was like kind of interesting on how they just decided to bring out these retro Kobe's, which definitely I appreciate, but I unfortunately don't have a pair.
No, I bet it was planned. I mean, you got to figure it takes a while to produce sneakers. Like, it doesn't happen overnight, and it takes 6 months, 9 months or whatever to make. Kind of like the 23, the countdown to the Jordan 28 or whatever last year. They did that special thing on Instagram. I bet they planned it, but
that's true.
But the stitching or the things on the Achilles, the red stitching, he had those added on from what I saw on every pair. So I don't know. That's an interesting question though. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Maybe it's just me, but I always thought, because Kobe's he's kind of like Manning, he's kind of like on the last little hurrah of his career. That's why I thought maybe they were coming out with the Prelude pack, was just kind of like to celebrate his career as it's coming closer and closer to an end.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me.
No, I think that's good. He
agree.
He made the All-Star, right?
Yeah,
like he's starting, right?
Yeah, he's starting on the All-Star team. He has
that
the most
caused
votes.
A little bit of people were kind of pissed about that. They're like, why? But
I just saw yesterday though they reevaluated him, and it's gonna take they're gonna reevaluate him again in 3 weeks. So
he's not gonna
he might play, he might not.
He's not gonna play the rest of the year. I doubt it.
Yeah, I really don't think he will.
You're talking about Kobe?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see. Yeah, because I don't know. People don't see him coming back and being able to play, but I heard.
He'll play next year. He'll play next year.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
When do you think he should give up, though? I mean, do you think he should retire or what?
It's Kobe, man.
He won't give up. I don't think he will.
He'll retire when he dies.
Well,
what about?
Go for it.
What about Derrick Rose? We all know that he got injured again, but is his career pretty much over? What's the story with him?
It is. It's over.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's over.
Mentally, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
But
Adidas doesn't think so.
This is what I think. If you do some research on Minnesota Timberwolves #6, Robbie Hummel, he went to my local university, Purdue.
Yeah.
He came back from a broken back, played great in college, tore his ACL twice. His junior year, when Purdue could have won the national title, and then right before his senior year, he tore it again, and he's still playing professional basketball, making decent numbers. So I mean. And D Rose is so much more athletic than him. So
it's always possible, man. It's always possible, but it's.
I was just gonna say I've torn my meniscus before, completely completely torn it up, and it takes if they take it out, it takes about a month to recover. It should only take about 2-3 months to recover, tops, from that injury, especially with him being in perfect health. So mentally, he's just gone. I think he's afraid of his body at this point.
I'd be afraid too, man. Season-ending stuff keeps happening.
I definitely noticed when he was playing, because when I always used to watch Rose play and stuff like that, he would just go full-on acrobatics, trying to get in there in the hoop, and it seemed as if when he came back, he was silenced a little bit, as if he was not the type of things he was doing before he got injured, and the fact that he got injured again just really, I don't know, affected him again, I guess. Which isn't good, but I mean, you can't really control what happens.
He reminds me of Brandon Roy.
Yeah, well, that didn't end up good for us, man. It's the Blazers. Or
No, he can
Blazers
come
keep
back.
getting Blazers get screwed on everything, man. Look, what about Odin?
Yeah, I saw him play in high school because he's from Indy, from like Lawrence North. I got to see him in high school. Like he's always looked like he's 75 fucking years old. He has always looked shit. Like
That's hilarious.
he can ball. I mean, not so much now, but when he played
Is he
for
even
Ohio,
playing now? Is he playing now?
he's played a couple games for Miami. I don't know if he's gonna play tonight though.
I'm curious to see what's.
He's
what's
played pretty
going on.
decently. He's played pretty
Is he?
decently.
I don't like that guy at all. He screwed us big time, man. The Sam Bowie of our generation, man. If you didn't know, like the Blazers back in the day drafted Sam Bowie over
Michael
Jordan,
Jordan.
and that's what we got. Does anybody know who Sam Bowie is? Exactly. Nobody does.
Yeah, he's the guy who got
Nobody.
picked over Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's how he's known as. That's ridiculous. All right, let's jump into another topic. I've been wanting to get into this one. Tiffany Dunk highs. I know not everybody on the panel
Nice.
knows anything about SBs or anything, but maybe that's even better then. Let's,
I
go
do
ahead
a
and
little bit,
give
but
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot.
Well, give your guys' opinions. What do you guys think?
We're going.
Yes.
Sleeping on the streets for a couple weeks. For that one.
Terrible.
I don't know. Well, in my opinion, what I've been hearing is like I'm part of this group on Facebook, and it has like I don't know, probably between 25 and 30,000 members. It's like a universal marketplace, but obviously it's primarily for sneakers. But people have been saying it's going to be limited release. People have been saying it's going to be a general release. Like you'll be able to get your pair like with no problem. That it's going to be available in like those places like CCS and Zoomies. But like me thinking, it's an SB, so it's going to be like limited to some degree. And I'm definitely going to be trying for them. But I don't exactly know what the deal is with them now. They're definitely a dope shoe, but I don't know.
From what I've heard is that
The
it's
hype
going to
seems
be
to
like
be there, but
a mass released quick strike, but like it's going to have more pairs than some of the past pairs that were released recently, like the Chinese New Year's.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be super hard. I mean, like the Walk of Fame dunks. I went to Skater's Warehouse like 3 days after they were released online, and I got a couple pairs of them from there. And I love dunks.
Yeah.
See,
I'm a
what I
huge
don't-
dunk head.
What I don't understand is how they're still going for. If you go on like those big like pre-release sites like Sneaker Yeti, they want like $5.15 still for them. No matter how limited or not limited they're going to be, they want like $515 for a pair of them. So they're pretty much making $400 off them.
That's how they were with like the Oreo 5s. Right before Oreo 5s released, I started looking at like pre-release sites and they're like $400. Black Friday.
yeah, pre-release is a whole nother story. But yeah.
Yeah, Black Friday I had to work from like 5 a.m. to like 11, and so I went in the bathroom on my break and just ordered them that way through my phone. Like mobile, like, Nike.com mobile is the best. Like I'm not even lying. That's how I get all my stuff.
That's hilarious.
That's a good story to put on Yo Anthony's Sneakerhead Confessions.
Yeah.
I went in the bathroom during my break and ordered them. I got them too, but I ended up returning them back. I don't know, something about them was just off to me. But I definitely thought that they looked really clean, and I posted some articles about them towards the release on the site. But yeah,
Nice.
quality of materials and stuff, it was decent, and I'm a critic of like quality and things like that.
Yeah.
But
Did you
yeah,
get the powders then?
they were decent. No, I didn't.
Oh, the quality's like a lot better.
I got 3
Finally.
pairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I saw your video.
Yeah, I know. Like, what's the deal with that, man? You got
It's a new generation of
full
awesome,
size
man.
run over there.
Yeah. The
I
fact
got one
that
for the back.
the fact that they have them in stock, like to me, is just dope. Like the fact that they were not difficult to cop and there's something I wanted, like that's what it used to be like before. Like you could get a double up because you had the money. If you had the money, you could get a double up. That's the way it used to be, and I like that, man. What's up, Adam DeFresh? Welcome to the chat, sir. Appreciate you joining in. If you don't know who he is, he's another YouTuber as well. Really dope channel, actually. Really appreciate his stuff.
He's
Can we
Yeah,
get
man.
back to the Tiffany Dunk highs because I have a big opinion
Yeah,
about
go
this.
for it. Yeah, let's do
Because I
it.
just did a video on this, I think, the other day, talking about them because I think I'm the only one who thinks I'm not actually going to go for them. I don't like them. I think they're just a lazy design sneaker. Because I was expecting that I had heard there was going to be a second pair released with the Tiffany Dunk highs, but my Diamond Supply coat that was going to be all black and like that croc print leather. And those I would love if they did make those. But I expected so much more from this, from like Nicky Diamonds. I just expected something more. I just felt like it was kind of lazy.
Well, I don't know, man. I think it's lazy, but at the same time, if you kind of do something like the original, I mean, this is it. You could go really far left field and do something super dope, or you could do something like the original and have it be horrible. But the way he did it, I think that it can open the floodgates. I really think considering they never retro an SB, which is a whole nother topic, but the fact that they don't retro SBs yet, like this gives us a chance for those that did not have a chance to get the Tiffany Dunks at retail. It gives you a chance to get something closer to that at retail now. And if they're making a lot, which it seems like they are, like they're going to be on NikeStore.com. I get hit up on Twitter all the time about people asking where to get these. They're not Tiffany Dunks are probably not going to be. They're like obviously Champs or Foot Locker and stuff like that. They're SBs. They're and some Zoomies have SB sneakers in a Zoomies and stuff like that. But you have to have like a tier 1 SB account, which makes it so you can get those type of sneakers. So really, there's only certain skate shops that get those type of shoes, and then like Nike stores getting them. So you just have to call around your area. Call the I'm getting the comments already. He's Asian? It's all good. No, it's all good, man. I'm gonna try to do this every other week or so. So I will get fewer and fewer of those type of comments. It's all good though.
That's good. I
Anyway.
agree with that. But yeah.
I feel like these are going to be like a super GR, like the Jordan 11 release. Like they're limited, but they're not that.
Yeah.
Like
the hype is crazy though.
But
Everybody
at the same
likes
time,
them.
people are gonna be
Yeah.
Like
I hope
you said, like this will be the chance. This will be like anybody's opportunity who weren't able to get them in the past in 2005, 9 years ago, to get them now. And like you said, it'll be close to like the original pair. And I agree with you because like I was seeing the official images of them, and I even posted an article about that on the site, and I included my opinion on how like although I haven't had a pair of the lows in hand in my possession, like the crocodile leather doesn't look nearly as like shiny or as like high quality or premium feel as it did like 9 years ago. And I know you have a dead stock pair of them, but but they're definitely like a consolation prize, I guess, if you didn't get them in the past.
Well, dude, so that was like one of the only pairs that I camped for. Like I don't camp for sneakers very often. That was one of the only pairs, and it was because there was a local skate shop that had them, and I went there on I remember they released on a work day, I think, and I had to go and get them, and there was only like less than a dozen people in line, or maybe like 18 people or something, and I was like halfway in the middle of the line, and I ended up just getting one of the last pairs that they ended up having in stock, but yeah, man, this is a bigger release than I want to know if I really wish they would release production numbers, honestly. Because it would be cool to know, like, what did they release back then, what do they release now. That guy that does the numbers that predicts, I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I cannot stress how invalid that guy's numbers are. They're just ridiculously off. And everybody jumps to it because they're the only sort of metric that's available regarding the numbers, but he doesn't know the actual numbers. He's basing everything off of but supposedly sales, but I've been over that a couple of times too. I just never I'm not discrediting him, but at the same time, don't believe a source just because you hear they made 500,000 Gamma 11s. Like, that doesn't mean they made 500,000 Gamma 11s. Yeah. Like, people were saying they made, like, I think 800,000 or some crazy, crazy number of bread 11s, and it's totally false. But anyway, I don't know what they're going to make for these ifs, but yeah, it should be good.
I've never heard of that guy.
What's that?
Yeah, I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, he's just one of these guys that some of the other blog sites pick up his information and definitely post it and stuff. But they post it as true. They don't. I don't know. There's just no room for whether or not it's actually true or not. I guess I don't know. sometimes that's
Yeah.
as a group. And for those of you in the chat that don't know who is in this panel, this panel is all of the CollectiveKicks.com writers, and these guys have all volunteered to help me out on the website, which I do. Now that I have all you guys on here, thank you guys so much for all of the help. I mean, even if you write one article every month or whatever it
Thank
is,
you, man.
I really do appreciate the effort that you guys put into creating articles and content for the website. If it's a simple article or a complex article, regardless, I do appreciate any effort that you guys put towards it. It's definitely a site that we're trying to build and trying to grow, and it's been really good since it started. Like we've been hitting some pretty good numbers. The last I checked months ago.
Potential as well.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that. We've been doing well. I know we were getting over 3,000 unique users a day, like back in November. But that was in November. I haven't checked with my web guy to see what we're getting now. And if there's any people out there that are watching the chat, and also the writers, if you guys can think of any things to kind of improve on the website, let us know, because I think it's going to be. It's important to like trying to evolve it as it goes. I did add a release calendar section on it if you guys haven't seen, and I try to update it as much as I can for the releases that are upcoming. So it's just kind of fun to have that sort of stuff out there. But
I think we should just make a collaboration tab because there's so many collaborations coming out now that they need their own separate category.
Yeah, that's perfect.
things.
Let's do that.
Collab.
Collaborations, samples. Those type of things. I've been wanting to start another kind of category like that. And that guy, Matt SOS or Matt, I believe he mentioned it in his thing. How is it wrong? It's because, and this is let me give him credit here. Whoever left the comment, Bottle Brass Monkey. So the reason why I'm saying his numbers are not 100% accurate is because he's giving you raw numbers. That doesn't break down the amount of pairs sold, because you have GS pairs and you have adult pairs. There's a huge fluctuation on the price, 125 versus 175. How does he know if there's X amount of $1 million? How does he know that 300,000 of those are men's and 200,000 of those are GS kids? He doesn't know. He's totally speculating, and that's why I'm saying you can't trust those numbers. They can be off by hundreds of thousands, or at least 50, 100,000. You know, that's why I'm saying you just don't want to trust everything you're told just because one person says it. You gotta if he did a report and showed us all the raw numbers, maybe I'd think twice, but I know for a fact, running it by people in Jordan Brand, like the numbers are have been for some of the data have been totally off, like by a lot. But anyway, yeah, Asian Joe's like getting close to another.
I saw that. I was cracking. That's why I was cracking up. I was like,
that's hilarious.
I was just gonna ask a question about the website. Like when I first started writing, whatever, there was like a little thing at the top. It was like showing the 5 most recent articles, and I noticed that's gone. I don't know if you did that.
It's still up there.
Or something like that.
No, I think it
I
got
don't see it. Like it shows like the 5.
oh no,
Yeah.
what is it?
Yeah, I can. Did you like that or not?
I did.
I mean, it was unique, but like it doesn't really matter. I was just asking. And like when you hover over like the featured image of the article, you would see like the number of stars you could rate it or something.
Yeah, I took the ratings off. That was my buddy that implemented the rating system didn't do it right, so people could vote more than once.
Okay.
And we had a situation the other week where people were just trolling it, just thumbsing down articles or
Yeah,
1
that
star
was-
and everything.
Yeah,
It was just
I would
stupid.
I give my review like 20 times. I put 5 stars.
Yeah, it just was a point where it wasn't functional, and because it wasn't a functional option, I removed it. But just so you guys know, as well as the audience, the website is going to get a facelift. Sometimes when I tweet out a link and sometimes people will click that, it crashes the site immediately if there's too many people logging in or clicking it at once. So we're switching servers for one, so that hopefully won't happen. It hasn't been switched over yet, but it will be soon. And then also we're changing the layout completely. There's money to be made a little bit on the website, but how much money have I made off the site? None, because any of the money that I make from the site, I dump back into the site. So the web guy is building a new site and also new servers. So it's just kind of the way it has to go. But it's important to keep it kind of rolling and make it so we can hopefully get more exposure over the years. You know.
It's just fun. I love it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, man. Well, so I asked you guys to prepare a couple questions. I'm not sure if anybody, raise your hand or if you have a good question for topic.
I got some.
I got one.
I got one.
Yeah.
Who's gonna go first?
Stuff to talk about and
Go
stuff to
first.
discuss with you guys as well. So I was really frustrated about the fact that I couldn't join, but I don't know. My computer was messed up, but I'm glad I'm here. So why don't we?
When do you guys?
I guess.
When do you guys go start it out? It
I'll
doesn't
go
matter.
first. Because the Super Bowl is coming up this week, and right now we don't have any football players who have a sneaker deal really with Nike or their signature shoe because they got rid of Revis. So do you guys think there's going to be that they're going to sign like a football player and give him his own signature sneaker? Because I already know one guy who deserves it, and it's Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman should get his own signature.
Speaking of
He's the best in the game.
Speaking
Don't
of
ever
Richard
talk about
Sherman, I don't know if you saw the like Nike came out with this new commercial on its YouTube channel as well. It was like the Nike
With the
Flynet
Flynet.
family. And Richard Sherman was in
Yeah,
that
it
wearing
had-
the Flynet 2s.
I know.
Yeah,
But that's obviously
Kobe
not a
and
signature
him.
shoe, but I guess that Kobe was really cool in that video too. The Kobe 9s were really nice. Like I might even
Because the Zoom Revis was a big shoe last year. It was a big shoe.
I don't know why did they cancel it? Because there was a Revis 2 in the works. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, they were samples.
I think you mentioned that they went more towards the CJ81, the Calvin Johnson shoes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cleaner.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely an open market for them. I know Nike football. I remember when they actually took over the football contract, the job recs out here in Beaverton was just crazy. There's so many job openings. It was nuts. What shoes are you holding up there?
Those are the CJ81s.
Oh, yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
So did Nike just like oust Reebok out of the NFL game? Because Reebok was making the jerseys and everything for quite
Yeah,
some
they
time.
were.
And now I see
I
that
don't
Nike
think Reebok had the money.
No, they had a lot of money.
They did.
Nike outbid them.
I'm sure.
Because my family's involved with the NFL. Nike said, "Here's a lot of money," and Reebok went, "Well, we can't put up that much."
No,
Plus, Reebok got bought out by Adidas now too.
Yeah, so it's like a subpar company.
Well, haven't they been bought for quite a while?
Yeah,
Haven't they
and
been part of Adidas for some time?
they've only been part of Adidas, I thought, since last year. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fairly recent. Plus, I think Nike's been trying to get into the NFL game for a long time. Like,
Yeah. They're really
Well, they
expanding.
did make jerseys back in like the 90s, didn't they? There were some Nike jerseys back in the day, but I don't know like which time period.
the NFL standardizes so many things now, though. It's just like on like the Pro Bowl photos, like if you're wearing Under Armour cleats, they'll X out your cleats and like Photoshop your cleats like all white or all black or anything because they can't show the brands that aren't Nike in those photos.
Makes sense.
So-
Yeah, Nike definitely probably has some strict contract stuff.
Cam Newton gets fined a lot of money for when he wears like those crazy Under Armour cleats. Like they won't talk about it, but I think he gets fined a bit.
What's up, Dino Chavez? I see you in the chat as well. He's another Portland dude. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to
I
another.
got a question.
Go for it.
Alright, so I don't know if you guys know, but at the end of the summer, KD's contract is up with Nike. Do you think he'll take the Dwayne Wade route and make his own shoe or continue with Nike?
Nike, he's
That's
staying
a
with
good
Nike.
question.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
that's
that
his-
much.
He's not gonna leave anywhere.
Yeah.
They show KD a ton of love, man.
Yeah.
I don't see him
I
leaving.
definitely his sneakers are decent because I remember having the Meteorology KD6s. Those are like, oh my god, I need to have these. And I remember going to Nike Town, New York, to actually get them. They still had them, and they were nice while I had them. Like they're pretty good basketball shoes. Probably not the best in terms of performance, but definitely decent. And I think he's gonna stay with
really
them.
comfortable.
Yeah, I really like mine.
Especially since there are good signs towards him being MVP for this year. Nike could probably be doing some really cool things with that as well.
Yeah, these ones.
Did you
I forgot.
Did you see the picture of the Elite?
Yeah, I don't know if I hope those are fake. They look horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like
The
LeBron.
360.
They look like LeBron 10s.
Yeah,
I
that's
did the
what I
article
thought.
on it. I said they look like LeBron 10
Yeah.
lows, and they have the visual zoom stacks on the sole, but which is dope. But to me, they just don't look like KD's. I don't know.
They look
then-
like an Air Max with the swoosh on the front.
Yeah.
I saw the All-Star ones, the February All-Star ones. They definitely look different, but they look really nice.
What does everyone think about hybrids? Because just going off what Hez said, because they look like a combo of all those shoes. Because there's so many different hybrids right now, especially with Nike SB. Nike SBs, the new Nike SBs are going to be hybrids, like the Janowski Max and the Costin Max, and even the P-Rod 8 is basically a Nike Hyperdunk that's been made into a skate shoe. And that's going to come out.
They've done the same thing for running shoes too. The Lunar Maxes and the Lunar this and the Flyknit that's. They're all. I mean, they've done a lot of different things.
How much do you think they'll up the price on the Kobe 7? I mean, on the KD 7.
I hope
That's
they
a good
don't.
question.
I hope they don't.
What are they at now? Like
We're-
135 or
They're
something?
130, but now
130.
the Kobe's are 225. The LeBrons are 200. What do you think they'll up it to?
Yeah.
It depends on the tech.
Yeah, if they keep it a low, I bet they keep it a low, because they have to have tiered sneakers, right? They can't all be $200.
Yeah.
Like those ones, I can imagine them being $135 max for next year. I can't see them raising it any higher than that.
Well,
But
because I
that's a good
remember
question.
But
the
prior to the
KD4s were 95,
prior
right?
to the prior to the fours, were they always 95? Were they like 60, 80, 95?
Yeah, because he wanted his
130?
sneaker to be affordable. I remember that being like his big thing. Like, I want my sneaker
Under
affordable.
$100. Yeah.
And I personally think the 4 was the best design, and it was
Yes.
also like the best price in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the fours look pretty solid. I think all of his shoes are too damn narrow, though. At least for me.
Oh hell yeah!
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
What other questions you guys got? Any
I saw like this wasn't my question, but I saw Always Fresh Apparel post this. He asked like favorite like streetwear and like favorite brands. I don't know if anyone else is into like streetwear, but like I just wanted to answer this. I'm really into like Staple, Billionaire Boys Club right now. Johnny Cupcakes. Those are like 3 of my top brands right now. I don't know about anyone else.
Shout out to the Wood class. Shout out to the Wood class. My guys from Inglewood.
That's dope. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm not a sportswear dude, and I'm not a streetwear dude at all. I mean, AFA needs to school me on some stuff. I used to be into a lot of like that stuff, especially DJing nightclubs. Like, I mean, I would be in front of 800, 300 to 800 people DJing every a packed nightclub every week. So, and I would take party pictures for my website. I had a different website back then just for party pictures. It was crazy. I had probably, I don't know, 100,000 plus party pictures on that side. It was insane. But I would show I'd get a bunch of pictures with a bunch of different chicks or whatever like every week. So I would always have like a new hat and a new T-shirt like every week. But that was I was big into Kid Robot back then, and those type of brands like 10 Deep. I saw AFA posted today that he's gonna be doing some collabs with 10 Deep. I was big into that brand back then.
Yeah, 10 Deep has some dope stuff.
Also Bait.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bait. Diamond Bar. All my LA bands.
I got those Guardians coming. Just a heads up for people. I'll do an unboxing video whenever I get them.
Oh, that's cool.
I got somebody looked out for me, and I'm gonna give them a shout out when I do the video. But
I missed out.
yeah,
I really need someone to look out for me for those SBs. But yeah, regardless.
this is let's transition a little bit. We're getting kind of close to the end of the time here. Good question though. Dino was asking about the LeBron 11 EXT. Thoughts on that? Have you guys seen the image? There's a denim LeBron EXT out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was it the blue suede one?
Yeah.
There's 2.
There's 2.
Is there 2?
I've only
There's
seen
a
one.
denim
denims?
one. They're both blue colored, but there's a denim
Okay.
one and then there's a blue suede one, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Duh. Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct.
The denim one is my favorite. I don't like the all blue suede.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It doesn't seem like to have much angles to it with the, I don't know. It just looks weird.
Are they going to keep the hyperposit on it, though? That's my question. Is it like over the hyperposit or what?
I have.
Funky. It's just funky.
I think I think Nike definitely did what it had to do with the LeBron 10 line. So I don't know how it's going to be with the 11s, but I mean the denims definitely do look interesting. Like I don't think because like as we've seen with every single LeBron model that's coming out, they're transitioning more and more into like strictly performance wise like aspects, but like you also see some sort of things that like resemble characteristics of being able to rock the shoe like on the streets and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how this line is developed, if it even is scheduled to release. But I mean, so far there definitely looks that there is potential, but I don't know how it's going to turn out.
See, I'm worried about the price of them. If you remember last year's,
price $250 last year. Crazy.
$3 bill.
Oh,
yeah,
I
think three. I don't know, man. I know that the prices are being raised like crazy for a lot of these sneakers, so I wouldn't doubt it. $275 or something like that. I guess we'll see. But did you guys see the article? You guys got to check out the article I wrote on those though. I did like the matching denim. What would go with it? It's just ridiculous, dude. It's a full denim.
I saw that.
Black leather outfit. It's just horrendous. I was just trolling. I thought it was funny.
I gotta bring out my old denim jackets that I used to be embarrassed of.
That shit was pretty awesome. Any other questions you guys got? Any questions out there for the viewers? Leave a comment with a question if you guys want us to look at them.
I have a question.
Go for it, Malik.
So like with Jordan Brand releasing all these new colorways on like retro models, do you like what they're doing, or do you want just retros?
Can you expand on that? What do you mean? So, like, do we like what they're doing with all the retros? They're still doing a lot of other things, though, too, right?
No, like the new colorways, I think.
I like the new colorways.
Like the Powder Blue 3 and the Gamma 11.
So new colorways of the old retros. I got you. Okay.
I got
like, what's your thoughts on them?
I like the new colorways. It's something fresh that the people can see and buy. And
I have nothing against the new colorways.
You can only retro so much.
Do you
what they're doing here? Because like there's so much that you can do with like the thing with retros and like original colorways. So like the fact that they're trying to infuse like new twists, new takes on like classic models is kind of cool. Like last year, I see the Gamma 11s right there, but last year a major like theme was the Gamma, and this year it seems to be like infrared, but more specifically infrared 23, as you mentioned, Hess, in your videos. Like they're not really referring it to as infrared, maybe because they lost the original color palettes, but like it's more like infrared 23, and we're seeing now like Legend Blue. Like I think they're just trying to like infuse modern twists on like old classics, just to like revitalize the line, I guess.
Does anybody else think they killed the Carmens with the blue icy soles?
No, those are crazy.
Oh, that's genius, I think.
I think it'll be it.
I'm sorry, I don't like the icy soles.
Well, but you gotta realize that will fade, man. All of the blues, icy soles fade to clear and then yellow. Like it's just the way it goes.
They'll last longer. I think it's genius. When you buy it icy blue, you wear it, and it wears down, and then you have an icy sole.
These are gonna yellow so quickly because I just got these. The clear soles, I can already see it starting to yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know people who got the Concords, and then like 3 months after like they wore the Concords like twice, they started yellowing like around the herringbone like traction pads.
Yeah. I got the low ones.
I think that has to do with the glue as well. But yeah, the way the shoes are manufactured.
This girl on my bus, she wears the Concords a lot, and like the sole's not even yellow; it's just like plain brown.
Yeah, that's all good. Honestly, to me, like it doesn't even matter what color the sole is. I like clear soles if it's blue, icy blue, yellow, like gum bottom looking because it's been beat so much. I like just clear soles regardless. I see some questions about the Legend Blue 11s and the Legend Blue color. I did a video on that if you guys didn't see it, but the Legend Blue and Columbia Blue, same thing, man. You guys will see more images. I've mentioned it before. Columbia Blue is happening. It's just they're being called Legend Blue because of the color. The color will look the same. It's just being called something different. Anyway.
Can I go to a question in the comments?
Yeah.
This guy, his name is Josue Diaz 619. And he said, is the foam posit dead? because of the whack colorways that have been released, and will they retro the Dr. Dooms and the Carolinas?
What
Have they
happened to
retroed
this?
a foam?
No. I don't
They
think so.
retroed the Royal Blues, man. Those are the classics.
Oh,
But
yeah,
they haven't
yeah.
retroed.
I kind of want.
They haven't
them.
retroed like the coppers or anything. They should retro the coppers, pewters, that line. But I don't think the foam posits are dead at all, man. Look at the Yeezy colorway coming up, building tons of hype.
In the
The
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I don't like those at all.
The web
personally.
shooters.
Those
What
don't do it to me. Like I'm not feeling those. But I mean, they did kind of mess up some colorways here and there. But I think there's been like a super microscope on foam posits because every colorway that came out, it wasn't just about the hype of the sneaker. It was about the profit of the sneaker, and it was to the point where that you could buy them on one day, like just any other sneaker. Like, I mean, buy them for $1.80, sell them for $3. Like that since that died down, people think they're dead. But really, like that just means they made a couple colorways that didn't work out. Cool if it cools off some of the hype. Let those
That's
people that
true.
really wanted those colorways, even though not the majority like those, they weren't fails. I mean, even if they go to the outlets and sell out at the outlets, that's still a success, you know? Like the price that you pay for those shoes at the outlet is equivalent to the price that Nike would pay to have Finish Line or Champs sell them for selling to those places for half the price. So just because it hits the outlet doesn't mean it's a fail. I mean, in my opinion, but I don't know. I think foams are going to be in a good spot next year.
Just get rid of the graphic uppers.
Are they
I think
They're still
That's
look
the
at the
graphic
Supremes. The Supremes are
Oh, God,
Yeah,
those
what
are
happened to
ugly.
those? Are those
Ugly-
coming
ugly
out?
as hell.
So
Those are
ugly.
still going to go crazy.
Oh, my
I
God.
like the black ones. I actually don't mind the black ones. But those, I guarantee those are going to be crazy, man.
But the
It's
only
just-
reason the Supreme ones are going to sell out is because of the title, Supreme.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look at the
Are they-
Weathermans. If the Weathermans would have been Supremes, those would have sold out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
I think
Weathermans
that
are still fine sitting on
people are
sitting
thinking.
themselves. Whatever.
Weathermans, I
dead to
can
me?
still get them at my mall.
Are they dead to me?
Yeah, I can still get a lot of colorways, but I think the main reason why people are thinking that the foam posit is dead because like maybe it's drawn out with all these colorways that we've been seeing, as you said. But I mean, Nike has definitely showed its potential and what it could do, starting with like the Galaxies, putting these graphic theme uppers on it, and maybe they haven't made the best choices. Like, still potential in the shoe. It's not definitely dead because there are still sales.
Look at the Oregon Duck foams.
Exactly.
Those are crazy.
It really
nuts,
just
man.
all boils down to what people prefer.
Yeah.
There's
What if
always
they-
that one. There's always that one colorway that hypes the shoe back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I'll
What
agree
What
with
if they
that.
just changed the new butt color? Like, instead of, like, making all the crazy colorways, they retroed them and made them reverse. Like, reverse, coppers, reverse.
Like Dirty Royals or something.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I
lots
just
of
want-
possibilities there.
Like that
Also-
article you posted a couple, like a month or two ago, with like all the classic colors on the foam posits. I think they should just stick to the classic colors.
I still want a gold foam posit. I
color.
still do want a gold foam.
That'd be
Yeah,
I
tight.
think
Yeah.
That would look-
I
need
remember
that.
that article that he's
my
mentioning.
copper and pewter collection there.
After reading
Your-
one comment
the towel.
by Asian Joe, and
No.
it just says, "Pez, please, for the love of the sneaker, you could go back and buy those red velvet shoes and buy
I saw
Caddy
that.
while you're at it."
I'm gonna go back there and check if they're there. I'm gonna cop them. These
Yes!
Oh my god.
It was just ridiculous. They were so good. Did you see DJ Ski posted his sneakers from the Grammys or whatever, and he had some red velvet like sneakers. Of course, his were like crazy expensive, like ridiculous. But I was like, those are like looked like the ones I saw from the outlet. It was hilarious, man.
The pimp shoes.
Yeah, they are, dude. I felt like I could probably get those and just wear a robe like out in public, but I just figured it'd probably be more comfortable just to get like real like crushed velvet slippers, but I don't know. I might check back. They were like $60.
Those are pretty cool.
They were ridiculous.
Lifestyle
dude.
phone. That's interesting.
They had some sort of like that back in the day. Now my comments aren't loading very fast. They're loading hella slow.
There's a couple guys asking about the Future 11.
Yeah, the
Or
Jordan
those Jordan
Future.
Futures.
I really don't know. Like, it seems like it's like a take between like old but like revolutionary style tech in terms of the midsole and outsole, and like old but like ultra revolutionary style upper with like that shroud like woven thing. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a fusion.
I love the future. I love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. You got to see more pictures and you got to see them in person. I swear to really get a full understanding of the sneaker nowadays. Sometimes the pictures just don't do them any justice. But I'm on the fence. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna look good or not. To be quite honest, they might look a little bit off, but they look like something Tinker Hatfield would wear. I mean, if you know Tinker and he's kind of has some off style, like those look like shoes Tinker would wear, and there's a market for that. So I don't know. It's just a smaller market.
Innovative. I just think basketball-wise, those are going to play really well.
I don't see those as a basketball shoe at all. You think that those are going to be hoop shoes? I thought they were just lifestyle, but maybe I missed it.
I think there's a few. Nick Young will wear them on the court. I guarantee it right now. Nick Young will wear them.
Yeah, Nick Young already has 2 pairs of Kobe 9s.
Yeah,
That's because he's on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Nick Young, if you watch this, please bring out the Easy 2s on court.
Nate Robinson already did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
They
gonna
broke
get
like a
someone.
1/4.
He's
I
gonna
just
get.
Go
You
ahead.
can go. No, you can go.
Okay, I was just gonna say I just want the Lakers to win. That's it.
Same here.
Like, please, just don't worry about the shoes. Just score and win, please.
We're so
Go
bad.
out there and do
They're
your.
so bad.
We're done.
What do you guys think of the 5-lap threes? I teased out a long time ago. I mentioned the 5-lap threes happening, and now of course we're seeing the official images. A lot of people are on the fence. A lot of people
Not
hate
liking
them.
them.
Yeah.
Not liking them.
They're okay.
I don't like
guess.
how limited they are, but I like those shoes. So
They're going to be expensive too. That's a great. I mean, they're $225 probably. Whatever the 3-lap 5s were, they're not cheap.
I think they'd
The
be
fives
more
are definitely nice,
3M.
but in my opinion, I'm not a fan of complete 3M uppers because I had the Black History Month Jordan 1s that released last year, and like the 3M just like that material just creases really easily.
It does.
Just doesn't really hold up in my opinion.
Yeah,
And, like,
no,
I don't know.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Jeffrey Adams, who's my roommate in the room next to me because he keeps asking for one.
That's awesome. What up, Jeffrey? That's hilarious.
Can I just want to like recount a little story real quick, like a really quick one with
What's up?
you, Hess, if that's not bad. I remember you made a video on the Air Zoom Citizens, and you're not alone. I'm actually like a really huge fan of those shoes.
Yes.
And that eBay auction that you got them from, I was actually bidding on them. And you
That's
beat me.
awesome. That's awesome. I was gonna pay up to $200 for those or $250 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just
Yeah,
really
they ended
wanted
for like
those.
$170, and I was kind of pissed. But actually, if you check now, there's a pair on eBay, and the guy told me he would like accept $145 for them or something like that, and I messaged him, and he hasn't gotten back to me. But like, I just
Oh,
want to
really?
let you know, you're not the only one that loves them. They're just, I don't know, something about them is just nice.
They were super plush and comfy back in the day,
Yeah.
man. I love
I
those.
really
If
want
you guys
those.
don't know which ones I'm talking about, they're like one of the first ones that have visible zoom air on them. And the LeBron 11s or the LeBron 10s have visible zoom air like all along the stacks in the bottom.
I
But
like how you
these
made
ones-
that connection as well.
Yeah, but the Citizen Zooms had them totally different. Like, I don't know, they were just fresh back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. I'm glad I won them.
But yeah, now I know obviously that they're in a good home. But yeah,
Dope. That's hilarious.
yeah. But they're practically off the radar. Well, yeah, they're an old shoe anyways.
Yeah, I'm hoping Nike starts retroing some of the oddballs like that. I saw the Air Raids. They're
Yeah.
going to be doing another colorway of the Air Raids.
The piece, the piece one.
Man,
Oh,
they're
those
not.
are the original ones.
I like them, but they're not the original. They're like a gray upper.
Yeah.
The originals are black.
Uh-huh.
The new
All
buck.
black.
Yeah, man, they were way better. But so I like that they're trying to do something like that.
Uh-huh.
What any other last minute questions so that you guys have? We're running close to the end of the hour here. We probably should be wrapping it up here.
Yeah, I have one.
What's up?
What was your most like hyped release that you found on shelves?
Ooh.
Good question, man.
I was
That's a
in
tough one.
Myrtle Beach and I found the KD6 Meteorology. I thought this would sell out, but they were sitting.
I would have
think
to
that's
go
'cause
with-
they released so many of them. That's why. I mean, unannounced to us.
For me, I'd probably say the Kobe 3 Preludes. They're still sitting on shelves at my Foot Locker in my size.
Serious.
What?
Wow.
I would have to say the Crimson 3s. When they came out, I saw them in my local Foot Action, and most of the stores had them. And they were interesting. I was actually kind of close to getting them, but I'm kind of happy that I didn't. But yeah, it was a decent shoe. But a lot of people weren't feeling them. A lot of people were. But yeah, it really just depended on your preference at the time.
I'd have to say the MIAs for me. The MIA Dunk 20th anniversaries. I walked into my skate shop and they were just sitting there in my size. I was like, get them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think for me, two of the GRs that are not GRs, but two of like the hype shoes that I saw sitting on shelves were I got Military 4s 2 weeks after they dropped. Yeah, and then the Oregon Duck 5.0s. This mall I was at in Florida over winter break, they had both pairs just sitting on shelves.
Dude, you know what mine is, and you guys aren't gonna believe me, is the Dornbecker 6s. It's
Really?
The truth. The truth. I went to the employee store back in the day, and they had them sitting in the employee store for, I'm not joking you, probably a month after the release. And I remember seeing them.
Dornbecker whip?
The Jordan 6s. The blue suede upper on the Dornbecker 6s. Now people want them for $1,000 nowadays, but like when those ones came out, I remember they had them in the employee store and they were sitting there for so long, and I honestly didn't like them because I would have bought them, but you have the mentality when you're at the employee store where you're like, why would I pay full retail? Because they're a Dornbecker shoe, and all Dornbecker lines you pay full retail for, you don't pay half. So because they weren't half price or full retail, they just sat. And I swear they were there for like a month after, and I regret not picking them up just because I had the opportunity. But like that's why I was able to get these as well, because they had them and they were full price, and people locally don't pay full price at the employee store. So when they released them, all the tickets or whatever were gone on them, and they released them to employees, and I had a buddy swoop in and was just at the right place at the right time. Yeah, got real lucky.
Speaking of the Dornbecker foams, did anyone see T Blake's video? Like how he only got one box?
He got one shoe.
How does Nike let that happen?
I have no idea, dude.
Must have slipped through.
That's hilarious. Brandon Lee, yeah, I am Korean, dude. Good eye. That's actually, if people were wondering, that's actually my birth name. I'm adopted. That's my birth name. He's probably trying to read it. That's funny. Yeah. I don't know how Nike does that, man. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. I've heard of some weird things happening, but that pretty much takes the cake.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I overheard someone say military blue 4, and they still have it in a size 6 and a 4.5 on Foot Locker.
Seriously? Military?
Yeah, the military blue 4s.
It's so funny, man. So that's a prime example of like hype. Like when they were like, oh, the militaries are coming back out, everybody's like, yeah, no way. And then they find out how many that are coming out, and they're just like, oh, like maybe I don't want them because they don't like that. That to me is just kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes, I understand hype. Sometimes it's fun to follow the hype a little bit, but there's other times where it's more important just to really follow what you like. If you like something because you have a strong affinity towards a specific type of colorway, and you really like that, then totally understandable. But there's no reason to just kind of always follow the hype. I mean, again, sometimes it happens. I mean, it happens to all of us. But no, yeah, I don't know. That's my little piece on that.
Yeah, if you look on Foot Locker, there's some stuff left over that's just crazy. It's like 3 pairs of LeBron 9 lows, like size 9 to like 8.5.
Crazy.
Yeah, they still have them.
Right now?
That's
right
now. He's looking right now. That's dope.
They had a restock.
No, it's just leftover.
It's just leftovers.
Yeah, I think Hess, you saw my thing, how Foot Locker and East Bay had all those shoes up. None of them were for...
They weren't even available?
Yeah.
They just had a bunch of them up. Like, yeah, you sent me the link on that, right?
Yeah.
Foot Locker had a bunch of shoes up that just, like, were not available. None of them were. They were all sold out. I was just, why are they even showing up? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. Speaking of that, dude, restocks. We're seeing some restocks happen. The Kobe 8s All-Star games are restocking at a couple locations. I saw, I think I want to say Champ Sports or Foot Locker tweeted it out that they're actually, hey, wife, what's up, buddy? Wife's just said dinner's ready. We're going to wrap up here in a second.
Busted.
Want to come say hi to these people? Just come over here and say hi real quick. Yeah, just say hi to the computer. Right there, see? Hi, guys. Look at it. Why are you hiding? Just say hi.
Ooh.
Hello?
Oh,
I'm not
jeez.
even in there.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. See you later, buddy. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about now. She always gets me all flustered and shit when she walks in. Oh, yeah.
I always wondered why you refer to her as that, but like
Wife? Oh, yeah. People always think it's derogatory. It's not derogatory at all. I'm proud of it. She's my freaking wife, man. No, like I earned that title, dude. It feels pretty good. I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So no, I just call her wife because it's fun. I called her fiance before for a long time, like just about 2 years because we were engaged for almost 2 years. So it's like a victory when you're engaged for 2 years. Then it's like it's a victory to be able to say wife. So. Anyway, restocks. I think that so we've seen some All-Star Kobe 8s dropping into some stores, not online, but on stores.
It's in New York.
Yeah, we're seeing some restocks. I believe in the UK or somewhere in Europe, they did some restocks of the Gamma 11s and some other Jordan. I
Those are
believe.
definitely going to come here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, what do you guys think, restock-wise? Like, do you think we're going to see a lot of heat coming out?
Well, I was just gonna say the Deathless 5 is some. Extra Better keeps hinting that they're gonna do restocks of like everything from the Deathless 5, and I'm missing one right now. I'm missing one, the Gel Light 3, so I gotta get those. And also shout out to Noel, who's also sitting in the room next to me and can hear me, and has been complaining that he isn't getting a shout out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I definitely just want to say, I've come to the realization that like now everything is basically going to come back because what Nike does is, like you said, they didn't release all of the pairs of the Gammas that they have. They're gonna restock with them just like they did with the Breads and everything else. So it's definitely going to come back eventually.
Just historical reference for you guys. A historical reference. I'm looking at my videos from last year. I just did a search. February 18th, I posted a pickup from a restock from Finish Line that happened like earlier in that week. So I don't know if they actually do an annual cleaning or something like that. Maybe they do like an annual like cleanup or something like that. But potentially, I'm not saying anything because I don't know anything. I'm just speculating. But they did one last February. Maybe they'll do another one this February. And that was from Finish Line.
I remember I got the Thunder 4 from Finish Line when they restocked.
Yeah.
A long time when the 88 White Cement 3s first restocked as well.
Yeah. That's why I got my bread force from that one. That was epic for me.
Yeah.
I still have two pairs of those.
I remember when they had that huge mega one where they had the Dave White ones, the White Cement 4s, the Stealth 10s, Playoff 12s. A lot.
I remember the huge Nike one last year when they had the Yeezys and all those shoes and the Corks and everything came back.
Crazy.
Yeah, when are they going to do the big Twitter restock? Like where they tweet the link and then they have like every single shoe that sold out in like 5 minutes back.
Yeah, and
yeah, I don't know.
Back in my country, Poland, they actually do restocks in store. So like they had the denims in store restocked.
Oh, word! That's crazy. Shout out to Alexologist on the chat there. What's up, man? Dude that I follow on Instagram and stuff. Pretty cool dude. Sorry, go ahead.
If you want like to have an advantage over other people, Nike usually do their restocks at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so that would be like 4 by you. That's when they usually tweet their stuff. That's what they've happened to do. So you probably knew that already.
We gotta wrap it up. Let's do one more question. Yeah, actually, it's a good one that I wanted to know, and then we'll wrap it up after this one. Little penny foam posits. Anybody feeling some type of way on those guys or not? Have you seen them?
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at them that much. They remind me of the.
Yeah.
They remind me of the half cents a little bit, but like the half cents are really like the true like little pennies. So I don't know why they
Well, these are foam. I mean, they look like foam posits almost. They look like last year's Zoom rookies, like kind of a hybrid between a penny version of a Zoom rookie. I guess I don't know if that helps.
I have a. Don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, little pennies.
I mean, I think they're all right. I don't know. They look kind of like because it looks like they have like a hole in the side. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks kind of like the Super or whatever those are with the Supers, where it's got like the hole in the middle. But I don't know.
Yeah.
They're looking nice. I just want to wait for more colorways.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see more colorways, and I want to see the price point. They can't be cheap. They got to be like $2, man, $2.20.
Yeah.
I bet they're expensive, and that's the only downside. But I hope that they hit outlets if they don't do well. It depends on how much they produce. I mean, after the Zoom rookies was kind of pretty much every colorway except for the Galaxy ones hit outlets.
I'm
There's
actually.
too many shoes coming out.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm hearing from different places that they're gonna be 180.
I'll be decent if they did that. All right, I hate to cut it off, but the wife says dinner's ready, and I made her wait extra late to make it. So I don't want to disown her cooking. I don't even know what I'm having yet. I'm kind of excited. It smells pretty good. But I do want to, before we close out, I want to let everybody else know in the chat. I will be doing another one of these, I think actually next week, with just a heads up on the guest. His name is Phase 2. If you guys don't know who he is, I follow him on Instagram. Major collector, sneakerhead dude. Dude has tons of samples, insane Jordan samples. Been featured on Complex, like Soul Collector magazines, like full article spreads on the guy. Unbelievable sneakerhead. He actually just moved to Portland area where I am. So
with us, it'll be.
I think it's just gonna be me and him. It's gonna be a one-on-one
okay.
next week. I'm just letting the chat people know in the chat, but it just a heads up for the guest. That's the guest I'm gonna have next week, and it will be pretty epic if I can get him in. If we can't actually get it work for the chat, we're gonna definitely do a video, and he's gonna show me some of his samples and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to link up this week and talk it out. So heads up. And I did reach out to the Perfect Pair. A lot of people mentioned him. I did reach out to the Perfect Pair, and he hit me back. He's really hard to get a hold of. I know he has like thousands of followers. So. I'm trying to get him my email address and then try to get some stuff working because I'd love to have him on as a guest feature for
that would be
Yeah, I actually followed him before that Nice Kicks
Yeah, Nice Kicks did that video of his collection.
Yeah, he's another epic collector. But I'm trying to get guests going forward that you guys may or may not know on YouTube as well. I mean, as well as other YouTubers. So I'm looking forward to keeping this kind of KickCast thing going. And it's going to evolve. This type of
we should definitely have this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to keep having more.
Yeah, we need to do this again.
So we can get into some more broader subjects that I have in mind. But
yeah,
very good. Well, cool. I want to thank you, all my guests again. These guys, every one of these people on the chat are my writers again from CollectiveKicks.com. Kudos to you guys for doing excellent work. Appreciate it. And thank you, everybody in the stream, for watching. We had about 100 viewers the entire time, so I appreciate you guys for watching.
Awesome.
Yeah. And this will be available for you guys to watch on the site. Also, there'll be links to all of the channels for the writers that have channels in the description. I would like you guys to go check out these other people if you guys would like. And yeah, I would appreciate it. But thank you for watching, guys. And thanks for everybody for joining the chat. We'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.